kiss me, brr, it hits me, dynamic dynamo.
What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome back to Grateful Panic Knife Reviews. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and I hope that at the end of the video you are too. I wanted to start out by saying a big, huge thank you to everybody for the awesome response that we got on the last two videos, especially the last one, because it had absolutely nothing to do with knives or EDC except for maybe this brain that I EDC around in my head on the daily. And that's basically what that video was. Just I was giving you guys a glimpse inside the insanity of my brain, because there were several people that asked you, where do you come up with that stuff? I honestly, I don't come up with it. It comes up with me. These characters just kind of pop in my head, and they, they've always done that ever since I was a little kid. I've walked around kind of doing these little skits in my head and talking in different voices, and honestly, if I don't kind of get them out, if I don't put it to paper, maybe write a script or film it or something, then I end up walking around for hours talking in funny voices. And when you're a kid, 5, 6, 7, 8, you walk around doing little skits and talking in different voices, it's cute. And when you're 46 and you walk around doing little skits and talking in different voices, it's insane. And people tend to give you a wide berth and look at you quite funny. And like I said, if I don't get these out, I end up walking around talking in different voices for hours, and people do give me some quite interesting looks. So I appreciate you guys humoring me and letting me get that one out of my head. And basically, I mean, it did come from something. It was there was a little bit extra in the Maverick video where I was talking about the infamous line, and I had cut it out. And JB, Big Red, we were messaging later on, and he said that he was laughing at that whole little bit. And I said, well, there was more, and it might have involved some voices. And then my head just went crazy, and it started kind of basically working the script out on its own. And I said, while I gotta go get this on camera and just see what happens. And I think I'm not the biggest fan of anything I do, but it turned out okay, and people seemed to like it. So and there was requests for more humorous stuff, and so I will honor that request. So if any of you guys don't want to see more videos like that, you might want to get up with your buddies and tell them, hey, yo, Ixnay on the Oopit Stay, we don't want to see any more of that, because otherwise I'm just gonna be posting them randomly. But it is what it is. It's all in good fun. If we can't laugh at ourselves and make fun of ourselves, then who can we laugh at? And anything I say is not meant to be offensive in any way, shape, or form. It's just being funny, because I love everybody. I think everybody in the world is beautiful in their own way. God made us, and God don't make mistakes, so do with that what you will. And I guess, and we are creeping up on that 600 mark, guys. The last I looked, it was 587, so 13 more to go, and somebody's going to get some free stuff. And the reason I want to do this, I'd like to get the subscriber count up to, maybe hopefully catch the attention of some manufacturers or distributors that want to get some products reviewed. And in doing so, we could end up, well, we'll definitely end up with more knives to review, and we could possibly end up with free stuff being sent to me, which I'm just going to pass along to you guys. And do give it, like, if I had the stuff to do a giveaway every day, I'd do it. I'd be more than happy to do it. Nothing would make me happier. So we get some more free stuff in here, and you guys are going to end up with it. So let's get some more family members up in this crowd of motley. We're really a motley crew of misguided souls is what we are. But we're making our way through this world the best way we know how, and at least we got each other to lean on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick panic dump and beverage check. And today my main knife was the Asher Knives Century, and this is a bona fide user blade. I carry it a lot, and I'm not scared to use it for any task, and it has yet to fail me. So mad props to Justin at Asher Knives for putting out a great product at an even greater price. My slip joint was this here Real Steel Luna, and this is the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive version in golden ebony, I think. It's basically ebony wood that's not dark, and then I think it's called golden ebony. Anyway, it's really pretty wood. I liked it, and so I had to get it. I also had the Giltech ruck on me for any task that I was afraid might irreparably damage a knife blade. My flashlight was the Rovivon A23, and it's a good little flashlight. I'm not a big fan of the internal battery. I like to be able to just take the battery out and charge it, and that way if the cell goes bad, then you can just replace it. And you know, with that one, if the cell goes bad, you got to get a new flashlight. And I also had the ever-present ye old organizer with the Alox Pioneer and Fisher Space Pen. And last but not least, my Hick Hank Grateful Dead hanky. And I like that they don't put an S on Hank. You know, all the other companies are such and such Hanks. They're just Hick Hank. Sounds like you got the hiccups or something. And today's beverage is going to be the FML from Stone Brewing Company. And I think I'm going to do a cheers to my good buddy Dano of DNA Hanks. Cheers, brother Dano. Delicious. So I guess that pretty much does it for all that various and sundry stuff. So we are going to, here in a second, take a look at the Twosun TS128 Dynamo. I remembered the number and just about forgot the name on this one. So yeah, it's a little Tepe Design titanium frame lock folder. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive down and get up close and personal with the meat and taters of this guy. Alright, welcome back, guys. Let's go ahead and check out this little guy here. And like I said, this is the Twosun TS128 Dynamo, and it is a Tepe Design knife. And basically, in my opinion, it's a glorified box cutter. But if we're being honest, the knives we normally carry on a daily basis, they basically end up being box cutters or letter openers. So it is what it is. And we have a overall length on this guy of 6.1 inches. We got a handle length of 3.6 inches, which leaves us with a whopping blade length of 2.5 inches. And the pivot, it's riding on KVT ceramic bearings, and the action's pretty slick. Yeah, that was my bad. We got a show side scale of carbon fiber, and this is actual carbon fiber. It's not G10 with a carbon fiber overlay. And it is a titanium frame lock. It does have a hardened steel insert with an over travel stop, and we're looking at a milled titanium pocket clip. And just looking at what is on the blade, and I'm gonna get this camera just to focus right up one day, I swear I am. But you got the little, that you can't see, Tepe Designs logo. We got S90V right here. Let me try something, y'all. Flip it around upside down. Yep, see, it'll focus right in upside down. So you got S90V right there, the Tepe Designs logo, and number 526 of however many And when I first got this, I was a little bummed. I'm looking all over the blade. I'm like, well, there's the Twosun logo. There's the Tepe logo. Where they number all his knives. Where is it? And then I finally saw it, which really doesn't matter because it's just a number. And we have for the most part, open construction with this little titanium backspacer back here. And if you've watched any other reviews on this knife, or if you've experienced this knife before, you know that you have to be very, very mindful of where your fingers are when you're opening it, because if they're anywhere in the same zip code as this lock bar, I mean, it's not going to open, and quite frankly, it's going to hurt a little bit, because you got these little grooves right here on the flipper wheel, flipper cog. I don't even know what you would call this. It's not really a tab. It's not really a wheel, because it's maybe a flipper radius. I don't know. But as long as your fingers aren't on it, I tend to try and rest this finger on the pocket clip and the others stay out of the way, and then it'll fly open. Let's go ahead and get a weight on it before we go any further. Got to talk to old Cletus and see what he's got to say. And hello, Cletus, my man. Grams wise, we are looking at 82.3 grams. And I passed it. 2.9 ounces. So a light little fella, which there's not much to him, so he better be light. I mean, about a third of his weight is carbon fiber, and that don't weigh crap, so. And I thought this was pretty neat. Let's see if we can get this to focus in here. Let's try this way. Let's do that. Oh, come on. Come on, guy. But anyway, oh, there we go. We got this this design milled on the outer diameter of the titanium, and it's also in the carbon fiber, and I thought this was pretty neat. Attention to detail and all. It's even got it on the pocket clip there. So yeah, which I've noticed Twosun tends to go above and beyond when it comes to attention to detail. Just the little things that most people wouldn't think about when they're making a knife, they tend to think about it, and it works out pretty good to me. I mean, especially for the price you pay for most Twosun knives, depending on what the auction ends at. You're getting a big time bang for your buck there. And one thing I noticed with this guy, I'm going to try and do this around the camera because it's so much easier, is, let's get this, oops, right there, we're looking at about 10 thousandths behind the edge on this guy, and it's not no skinny blade stock. You know, we're looking at 158 thousandths. That's 1,000th less than the blade stock on the Curtis. So you know how beefy that guy was. So to go from basically 160 thousandths down to 10 thousandths behind the edge, they did a pretty good job. And this blade steel is S90V, which this is the first knife I've had ever in S90V. And I can't really speak for the edge retention because I haven't used it a whole lot. I haven't had it really that long. And I haven't hardly carried it at all. But I did sharpen it not long after I got it. And surprisingly, I was expecting S90V to be a booger to sharpen, but I mean, it sharpened up fairly easily. Didn't take me long at all, and it sharpened really, really nice and sharp. So, I mean, let's see, we got, put this and see what's up. Yeah, it's a cutting machine. So, yeah, I'm pleased with that. And I think, overall, I think Tepe did a great job on the design. And I think Twosun did an excellent job on the execution. And all in all, I mean, it's a great knife. If you don't mind a teeny knife, because it's a really fidgety knife. I can sit on the couch for hours and just sit there and flip it and close it, flip it and close it. And I know it probably drives Marley nuts hearing that click, clack, for hours on end, but I'm the dad. I make the rules. She can get over it. But, yeah, I highly recommend this knife, guys, if you have a chance to get it. You know, if you're not into small knives, I understand. But, I mean, honestly, it just makes a great little box cutter. And you can get it for a decent price, great materials, great fit and finish. I mean, it's just a perfect little fun knife to have. So, yeah, it definitely gets the Grateful Panic seal of approval, 1 3/4 thumbs up. That's about it, guys, on this guy. Like I said in the intro, we're getting close to that 600, and so hopefully within the next couple days we'll get those 13 more subscribers, and I will be shooting a giveaway video, and one of you guys will be winning. And I still got it up here, so let's just show it again. I don't have the stickers handy, but I do have the squid. So show you what the knife you'll be winning will be this CRKT squid, and this is the newer Squid Holy edition. And so you got all the bronze pocket clip hardware, thumb studs. You got a acid washed lock, the frame lock side, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see them a little bit. Anyway, I replaced the Teflon washers with phosphor bronze. So that'll be the knife you guys will win, or you guy, whoever you are that ends up winning it. And then, of course, there will be some stickers. So thank you guys. Appreciate you watching. And you're always welcome to come back anytime. And until next time, how about go ahead and licky boom boom down, EDC your ass off, and do something nice for somebody. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.